Earthquakes are measured on what scale? See if Graham can get this right. He looks like he's sweating. No, you actually got it right. The correct answer is Richter scale. Did you get it right? No? Oh.
What we are trying to do here is create a global organization that truly champions the cause of racial diversity in the market research industry.
Being part of CORE allows me to give back with advice and first-hand experience for those wishing to achieve leadership positions or being at the helm of a business.
I'm just so happy to be a part of an organisation where I can ensure that more people that look like us come into it and stay in it.
It's been incredible, the amount of interest, the appetite for this, and I'm really passionate about being part of CORE, my own personal experiences, and I feel that there's so much that we can give to ensure that we are safeguarding the future of the industry.
One of the things I noticed coming in was the distinct lack of diversity, just echoed by all of my colleagues here. And I thought, right, so I could be a bystander and see the problem, or I could be part of the solution. And that's when, along with the eight of us, I envisioned CORE.
I kind of got to the point where, you know, I was a bit tired of feeling out of place or feeling like I kind of needed to dial down my culture or ethnicity to be understood. And I feel that by making the conversation more open and, you know, less of an offensive topic, it leaves room for us to all help and learn it from each other.
This initiative is really close to my heart because when I walked into the industry first 2.5 years ago, which is not long ago, the first thing I noticed was the lack of representation. And for me, that wasn't really attractive.
For me, the organisation is really important because in my time in the industry, I haven't really seen diversity change that much. So I'm really passionate to help drive that change, and hopefully as a member of CORE, we can do that.
We came together in March, literally a week or so before the lockdown, and you know, what started as a series of Zoom calls has snowballed into what you're seeing today, which is much bigger than I think any of us expected it would be so soon. But you know, we're so happy that this message has hit home for so many people around the world.
Our mission is to be seen and heard as an industry, in an industry that we love, but are currently underrepresented in. We want to help navigate and create the paths to ensure inclusive diversity in everything that we do. But first of all, you have to identify what the problems are.
So the first initiative is one of our biggest initiatives, and that is our membership program, Each One Teach One. It is designed to partner ethnically diverse research professionals with mentors they share similar experiences with and who they can relate to provide support and guidance with their career journeys. Another initiative of ours is to bring in and introduce more ethnic young talent to the industry through all avenues. As well as bringing in young talent to the industry, we also want to focus and grow on our existing network of ethnic research professionals.
We want to develop strategic partnerships to help highlight the issues relating to the underrepresentation and lack of development opportunities for people of an ethnic background. As well as the strategic partnerships, we'll be providing allyship opportunities for both organizations and individuals who support CORE through a number of different avenues. So what is the CORE City Red Pledge? I'm sure you're all asking yourselves this. Essentially, over the next 18 months, we'll be seeking organizations in the UK to aim to adopt a new diversity KPI based on the makeup of their city.
So the CORE Mentorship Programme really is one of the first big initiatives that we kind of came up with as a group. We really empower and elevate people of different ethnicities within our industry. This is something that none of us in our group really felt that we had while we were coming up in our careers. So this is a small token of a way to give back. I'm now going to actually hand over to 3 of our mentors who have so generously agreed to share their time and speak about their perspective of the programme and share their reasons for joining.
Wow. Thanks, Natalie. That was amazing. To be honest with you, I've been smiling the whole time. My name is Peter Chulu. I own a company called Fieldscope International. It was founded in 2009, and that's 11 years ago. And since then, we've grown to open offices in need a list actually, because it's London, New York, Belgrade, Sofia. Mentoring is about sharing stories. So let me share my story. I moved to England when I was 15. I was born in a country called Malawi, which is very small. At the time when I came to the UK, I think people never even knew what it was until Madonna adopted a few kids from there, and then everyone sort of understood where Malawi is. So it was very difficult to be recognized. I think I was on a student visa for 2 years, so it was growing up was quite tough. But what was even more tougher was actually growing up in a fast-growing city like London, being a young Black African without any support. But the reason why I'm sharing the story, guys, it's not to get any sympathy. It's not to get any sort of recognition, but to share the story so that maybe it might resonate in somebody else's eyes. And maybe the stories I share and the path that I've gone through might hit home to somebody else out there. And then they might say, you know what, let me talk to this guy and see what he's done in his career. So the idea of mentoring is to get you there quicker. It took me 11 years, but to be honest with you, growing up without a dad and being in London all alone, if I had somebody like me to just guide me through every day, I think I would have done it sooner.
Hi everyone. I'm also going to echo Peter's sentiment and say a very big thank you to the core team. I think already just a sign of success is the fact that your event has been so well attended, and it is honestly also putting a smile on my face. I'm Tamara Augustin. I am currently a sales engineer at Confirmed. I come from South Africa, moved here 14 years ago with a big dream in my heart and a little backpack on my back. And it has been quite a ride. Like so many people, I kind of fell into research. It became my first love from 2006. I started out at Research Now as a little survey programmer, sitting in a corner, banging out surveys using the Confirmed platform. And one thing I did notice was there was nobody like me in the team or in any of the companies that I had interacted with. So I think the biggest thing for me that is going to come out of Core is the fact that there are going to be women like me, ethnic women like me, who are going to be looking for support, being able to come up through what can be quite a tough environment. I'm now on the technology side, and I see it still. Globally, there aren't many women like me, even within my company now. So if I can share a little bit of what was a struggle for me with somebody else, then that is going to make me feel really happy.
My name is Vipul Chokshi. I'm founder and managing director at Ardent Fieldwork. I'm privileged to have been asked to be a mentor at Core, and I look forward to being part of this great initiative. I moved to the UK when I was 11. I couldn't speak hardly any English at all. I started my role in a call center back in 2000, moved through different roles and promotions in my one and only job. And then I left that job in 2013 and started Ardent Fieldwork. When I started Ardent Fieldwork, I felt there was a missing link. It was all new. I felt I could have benefited from a mentor program or somebody I could go to or turn to for some advice. There was a lot of learning that took place, sometimes by making mistakes, but the whole idea behind this initiative is amazing because I feel that I can give back. If somebody is in a similar position to myself in the future, I can maybe help them along the way.
We're now going to open the floor to you guys. So I'm going to hand over to Melissa, who's handling the Q&A.
So I think a lot of questions came up about the mentorship. And as Natalie explained, I think it's just about getting onto the website and registering yourself. So the first question I have over here is I'm not a person of colour. Can I be a mentor?
We try to pair people up who generally have a mentor who's had the same kind of experiences and understands the language and the barriers they may have faced.
I want to know more about your initiative. Where should I go next?
We are present on all social platforms, so LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and we are posting regularly, so you'll be able to find out everything that we'll be up to on there.
As a white person, how can I or my company do more? I guess fundamentally, we all have to recognize that we're all at different starting points. At this journey of understanding privilege, of this journey of understanding the different levels of privilege. But I think, honestly, we all must do more. And no matter how small or great your organization is, there is an impact that you can make. And I think I'm going to just say this one. There's one quote from Maya Angelou, who's one of the greatest thinkers and writers of our time, who said, do the best you can until you know better. And when you know better, do better.